Hi children, welcome to the physics class. Today we discuss about the spherical mirrors. So in the last class we discussed about the plane mirrors and we found that plane mirror can give you a virtual image that is not really existing, that is erect one, not wrong side up, and it is always having same size as that of the object, and the image distance and object distance will be equal, and height of the object is equal to height of the image, and moreover the image is laterally inverse. Left of the object will come as the right of the image and right of the image will come as the left of the object. It is laterally inversed. So these are the characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. In today's class we are going to discuss about what are the other types of mirrors. We know what a plane mirror is, and now we focus on what are the spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors. What are the spherical mirrors? Spherical mirrors are part of a sphere. They are a part of a sphere, or they are taken from a sphere. There are two types of spherical mirrors. First type is called concave mirror and second is called convex mirror. So these two are the two types of mirrors, concave mirrors and convex mirrors. These two are the two types of mirrors. Okay, these two are the two types of mirrors, concave mirrors and convex mirrors. And what is the difference between concave mirror and convex mirror? These two mirrors are spherical. They are both the mirrors are taken from sphere. The first type is concave mirror. This is the concave mirror. So concave is having two sides. This is the non-reflecting side. This is the reflecting side. Non-reflecting, reflecting. And here the reflecting side. This is the reflecting side. This is the reflecting side. You can see the reflection. This is the reflecting side. This is bend in side. Bend in side. Here the bending side is the reflecting side. We call this as the concave mirror. Bulging out side is the non-reflecting side. The reflection takes place only in the reflecting side. So this is a reflecting side, non-reflecting side. So we should keep this in phase with the object to get the reflection. And the second type of the mirror is called convex mirror. Convex mirror is having a bulging out reflecting side. This is the bulging out face or bulging out surface, or this is the reflecting side. Reflecting side is bulging out and non-reflecting side is a bending side. Bend inwards, bend in, bend inwards. This is bulging outwards. So these two are the two types of mirrors. Concave mirror, convex mirror, concave mirror, bending surface is the reflecting side. Convex mirror, bulging out surface is the reflecting side. These two are having reflecting sides. Here bending is a reflecting side for a concave mirror. Bulging out is a reflecting side for a convex mirror. So these two are two spherical mirrors. These two are taken from two spheres. That's why we are calling this as spherical mirrors. Okay. Bending is the reflecting side. Bulging out is the non-reflecting. Bulging out is the non-reflecting. Bulging out is reflecting, bending is the non-reflecting side of the mirror. So these two are made of transparent medium. Really the light ray has to go in through the material, but that is not happening in these two because we are blocking the passage by using the red color side, or this is silvered and over that it is red painted. This is also made in a similar manner. That is why we are blocking the passage of light through the body of the spherical mirror. So these two are from spheres. We call this as spherical mirrors. Concave, by touch we can distinguish. This is concave mirror and this is bulging out is the reflecting side. This is convex. Concave, convex. These two are the two spherical mirrors. And now we discuss what are the different terms, what are the different points. So we are going to study what type of image can be produced by a concave and convex mirrors. For that we should know some of the important terms or some of the important points of a mirror. So important points about concave mirror and convex mirror separately. So let me start with the points related to the concave mirror. Concave mirror. So this is the pictorial representation of a concave mirror. This is bulging out surface is not reflecting, and bending. This is the bending side. Bending surface is the reflecting side. And here, this is the representation of a convex mirror. Here, bulging out surface is the reflecting side. This is the reflecting side. Bend in is the reflecting, not reflecting side. And we use short oblique lines to show the non-reflecting side. This is the non-reflecting side of a concave mirror, and this is the non-reflecting side of a convex mirror. So this is concave mirror, this is convex mirror. In this way we can draw a concave mirror, and this is the way we represent a convex mirror. So let me write it. Concave mirror, bending is the reflecting side, and convex, bulging out is this is the reflecting side. Here this is the reflecting side. So this is the difference between a concave mirror and a convex mirror. And what are the different points related to the first mirror, that is concave mirror? Concave mirror is taken from a sphere that I have already told you. This is a piece cut from a complete sphere. So let me join them. So this is the sphere from which a part of this reflecting side is taken. So this is a sphere, and from that sphere a small piece of concave mirror is being cut. Okay, and this is the complete sphere. From this the small area is taken, or small piece is taken. The small piece we are calling concave mirror, and the center of the sphere from which it is taken is called center of curvature of that sphere. This is the center of curvature of the sphere is called the center of the this is the center of curvature of the sphere, that is denoted by the letter C. C is the center of curvature. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature is the center of the center of the sphere from which the small reflecting surface is taken. That is center of curvature. And what is meant by the center of the mirror? That is called pole of the mirror. That is denoted by the letter P. So center of the mirror is lying on the center of this reflecting surface, but the center of the sphere is lying in front of the reflecting side of the mirror. That is, we cannot see that. We cannot see these points on the mirror, but to get the complete idea about the image formation by a concave mirror, we are studying some of the terms related with it. So pole is the center of the concave mirror, and C is the center of curvature of the mirror. That means the sphere from which the particular length of the mirror is taken. That is called the pole of the mirror. And the length of the reflecting side, or this is the length of the reflecting surface. Only this much is the length, or AB is the length of the reflecting side. Clear? AB is the length of the reflecting side. That is called aperture of the mirror. That is called aperture. A is the letter used to denote aperture of the mirror. Okay, that is another term. And we can't see all this. When we look at the concave mirror, this is concave mirror, you can't see the center. You can't see the aperture. You can't see the curvature of the mirror. But we can't see the curvature of the mirror. But these all points are necessary to study the image formation by a concave mirror. That is why we are studying. So we are going deep into the image formation by concave mirror and convex mirror, and for that purpose we are studying all these points. You can't see, when you look at this concave or convex mirror, you can't see pole. Pole is the center, but you can't see that. Center of curvature is the center of the sphere from which this particular concave mirror is taken. You can't see that. And pole, center, you can't see that. Aperture is the reflecting side that you can see, and this points are very important to study about the image formation. That is why we are discussing all these points. Okay. So these are, and one more thing, if you draw a center line connecting all these things together, a line drawn from the middle of the or center point pole of the mirror connecting the point B and C. So this is a center line starting from pole and connecting the other point center of curvature. We call this line as principal axis. Principal axis. Principal axis is the line passing exactly through the center of the concave mirror, or that crosses the point pole of the mirror as well as the center of curvature of the mirror. Then last point, the radius of the mirror. This is the radius of curvature. The radius of the sphere. You know, radius is the distance from the center of the sphere to this one, or center of circle to this one. Clear? This is the radius of curvature. It is denoted by the letter R. So we have already discussed 5 points. First is the center of curvature, that is the center of the sphere from which the small reflecting side is taken or small concave mirror is taken, that is center of curvature. C is the letter used to denote it. Pole of the mirror is nothing but the center of the reflecting surface, that is called P. P is the letter, expansion is pole of the mirror. Aperture is the small length of the reflecting surface, that is AB in the picture, and that is denoted by the letter A. And finally, principal axis is the axis line passing through the point C and P, where C is the pole and C is the center of curvature of the mirror. And finally, radius of curvature is the radius of the sphere. Or from this is the sphere from which the portion AB is taken, and C, the point C and R are the radius of curvature and center of curvature of the complete sphere, and all other points are related with the small reflecting side of the mirror. So these are the different terms related to the concave mirror. Okay children, so in the next class we will be discussing about what are the terms related with the convex mirror. So these all terms will help you to study the image formation by concave mirrors as well as convex mirrors. Okay, thank you and see you in the next class. Bye bye.